Okay, so I'm going to talk about igniting innovation education. So I came to UCCS in 2003 to form a new family of degrees. And we'll tell you a little bit about the history, a little bit about how we teach innovation, what it's about, and then invite you to change the way we do things. So what is innovation? Is it creativity? No, creativity is thinking new things. Innovation is doing new things. Is it invention? No, it's not really invention. Edison, one of our most famous inventors, says it's 1% genius is 1% inspiration, 90% perspiration. Is it research? Is it technology? No, research is turning money into knowledge. It's not how much money you spend on R&D that matters. Apple was outspent by IBM by 100 factors. It's about who you lead, what happens, and what you do with it. Okay, so what is it if it's not an idea, an invention, or research? It's a bunch of ideas put together, turning into an impact. Innovation is transforming ideas into impact. Okay? And why is it important? Well, if we look at our economy, it's the value driver for our economy. Ideas build. They don't wear out and go away. You can just build new ones on top of new ones on top of new ones, and that allows us to drive an economy upwards significantly, and it has significantly improved our quality of life. Okay? And companies know this. They're in fact here all the time. Innovate or die. They have to innovate. It's an innovation imperative. And we've been hearing this for decades. Actually, in the 2000s is when I came up with some of these ideas. And I started asking myself, given that companies know they have to innovate, given that the world talks about it all the time, if it's so important, why aren't we teaching innovation? Why? I kept asking myself, why? What are we doing? What's wrong? Why aren't people teaching it? And then I looked hard, and I said, well, part of the problem is us, me, a faculty member. You see, universities live in these little silos where we have nice little departments and structures, and it doesn't matter if it's an Ivy League or a Stanley Steele one in Silicon Valley or an arts, right? Academics like to live in silos. And what's the result of living in a silo? You start teaching people in these little buckets, and you spoon feed them little bits of this and little bits of that. And then you hope that they can come together and make a great smorgasbord by creating new ideas and putting them together. And we're surprised when they think a combo is adding fries. Right? We have to do more. And I was worried about this. And I started realizing that I can't just figure out to somebody else to do this. It was time for a change, and I had to make that change. And it wasn't a little change. We had to change the way schools operate. And that's a big thing to do. And so America's education system needs radical reform. We need a big change. And my friends, I wanted to build a Bachelor of Innovation. All my friends think I'm a complete lunatic, I'm crazy. But I also know that only crazy people are going to really go out and change the world, because that's what we take. So how do we teach innovation? Well, we look at their drive, entrepreneurial mindset, and their technology skills. And there are some natural innovators. The students I had at Columbia didn't need me. Guys like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs dropped out of college. They can still change the world. But most students need a lot more help to get there. There's a whole bunch at the bottom that don't want to have an impact. They just want to have an easy life. They'll never be an innovator. But most students, we can get them with right experiences to turn into people who will go out and bridge that gap, or at least help a team to bridge that gap and make innovation happen. Okay? We got to get them to understand that there's a lot more to learn than what they know now. It's like an iceberg. They have to understand that innovation is creativity, and execution on that was the big part underneath. And it's a process we can teach students, a process any of you can learn, that you iterate through this and iterate on ideas. So we're going to take the basic idea of a BA or a BS in any college, which has the major and a bunch of stuff around it, and we're going to take that periphery and change it into an innovation core where we include a cross-disciplinary core. We make them learn about other fields, like a minor. And we're going to take that minor area, add to it courses where we change how they learn about writing and make them work on proposals. Add the course in law and intellectual property and patenting. Make them start working on teams. Work again on teams to get better at it. Learn to lead a team. Take that, learn how to work with clients, and learn to learn. They have to learn that innovation is a bunch of ideas coming together, a bunch of different points of view. Innovation is a team thing, and that's what it really has to do. They have to embrace other people's points of view. Only then will they really understand what innovation is about. We have to ignite in them this idea of how they're going to drive innovation through their own personal growth, through networking across different fields, through driving their imagination, teamwork, and then giving them the experience so they feel they can do this. Not once, not twice, 3 times we're going to make them go through this team process. So we developed an award-winning degree. We currently have over 265 majors. And if we look in Google, how are we doing? Do the other world know about us, right? So if you look at where is degree in innovation ranked, UCCS is #1 in the world's Google search. Okay, we're doing good, okay? But we're not done. We've made a little history as we built the Bachelor of Innovation, but now it's time to go out. I challenge you to go to wherever your students are going, high school, college, whatever. Let's make an impact and change education, into innovation education everywhere. Thank you.